Met her in the club, all the ballers showing love. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love. VIP, we got it packed. This is where the party at. You the one I wanna know. So tell me how it's supposed to go. Let's take a trip to the other side. Tell me if you're thinking otherwise. Know you a boss, I wanna treat you.
Hi guys. So today this video is going to be about how my Tourette's syndrome affect my family, but most importantly my sisters. As you can see, the other video I have posted of where I asked my niece and I asked one of my sisters how do they feel about my Tourette's, and you know they gave their answer. I have another sister. I have more sisters, but before I get into the sister that the Tourette's bothers, I want to say that with my family as a whole, they accept me, you know, whatever the case may be. They don't complain. My mom, it affects my mom a lot, like when people say things about me, or just in general when she knows that I'm having my breakdowns, and like when I cry and stuff like that. It was one time I was in a room, and I was at my mom's house, and I was in a room crying, and she came in there and she was like, you know, are you okay? And I'm just like, no, like I'm going through it. And, you know, things like that. And then, you know, she just started crying. And it just, like, you know, it affects her a lot. It really affects my mom a lot. Like, she always tell me she wish she could just take it away from me. And, like, wish she could have it instead of me. Or just get rid of it for good. It really affects her. It affects my fiance a lot, too. He hate to see me have these breakdowns when we're home. And he'll be playing a game. And I'm just laying down in bed. And next thing you know, he turn around and I'm crying. So, then he'll stop playing the game. And just, like, hug me. You know, like, it affects him a lot, too. It affects him really a lot, him, my mom. My dad, I never really had an episode in front of my dad. I'll tick, but he don't really see, like, my episodes. He never really experienced my episodes. Probably, like, once, and that's when I was, like, you know, younger. But ever since I became older, he have not experienced any of my episodes. So I really wouldn't know how it bothers my dad. I don't feel like it bothered him, because honestly I feel like I got Tourette's from my dad. I don't know somebody in my family that has Tourette's, but I do feel like my dad is the reason why I have it. People with Tourette's know other people with Tourette's, so that's me observing him, because I'm very observant, and me observing my dad and seeing like the little things that he does that I do. So I kind of think my dad has Tourette's, and yeah, I think he have it. He don't make noises, he don't twitch, but like I said before, he do little things as blinking the eyes and his OCD and things like that. My grandfather, I also think he have it, because he just all over the place. Like, my grandfather do a lot of like little ticks, like little twitchy tick things, so I kind of think he may have it too. But I never been around my grandfather to the point where he had to experience and see my episode, so I wouldn't know. I would never know how it would affect him. I feel like he'll be asking some questions. But yeah, anyways, so my dad and my grandfather, I really wouldn't know how it affect them. My grandmother is like, my grandmother does not bother her at all. She tell me to try to tell myself, okay, I'm not going to tick. Okay, I'm not going to tick. To help me from ticking. But that don't work. But it don't affect my grandmother at all. Like, I know my whole entire family wish I never had Tourette's, because they don't like to see me go through what I go through. But as far as, like, being annoyed by it, no. I never, like, they never, like, they not annoyed by it. At all. My niece, even though she said that, oh, it's silly, and she don't like the sound, it makes her feel bad and angry, but like, I tick around my niece so much, like, she never questioned me, like, she never look at me, like, she never questioned me, she just let me tick my days away. She never asked no questions. Like, I explained to her one time, since like the day I met my niece, as she grew, and was able to, you know, talk and like, you know, listen and understand things. I explained Tourette's syndrome to her one time ever, and from that day on, she never questioned me. Never questioned me. And it was one day where I didn't see her for a little minute. And she's 5 years old now. So when she was 4, it was like a month where I didn't see her for like almost a month or two. So when I actually saw her again, I was making a noise and she was like, Titi, why you did like that? And she made me, and I said, you don't remember Titi had Tourette's? I said, you don't remember Titi made these type of noises? She was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, I didn't see you in a while. So she kind of like faded off for her because like I didn't see her in a little while. So, you know, yeah, she had forgot. But she never questioned me, like, ever. Like, even if I'm ticking, she watching TV, she's watching TV. She don't pay me no mind at all. Even when I have my profanity tics, baby, my niece do not question me. She do not say, oh, Titi, you said a bad word. Oh, you curse. She don't do none of that. It's like she's really used to me. Like, she do not say anything. Yeah, so. My other sister that y'all seen in the video that said it doesn't bother her, she never ever showed no type of annoyance towards me. Me and her, we have some days when we laugh because there was some tics I have that she'll jump. Like, I scared her, so I'll bust out laughing. I scared someone in the supermarket before too. It was so funny. I scared her before. It was just so funny. But anyways, that's it out of it. Yeah, so my sister, yeah, she don't show no type of annoyance. She's regular around me. All we do is basically laugh sometimes. Some of my tics we laugh. My cousins, excuse me, sorry. But my cousins, so sorry. Whew, child. My cousins, they never show no annoyance towards me, ever. My cousins never show no annoyance towards me. They don't pay me no mind either. They never ask no questions either. Boom. I never ever, nobody ever asked me, like, growing up, they never was like, why Symphony do those noises? Like, it's like they knew already what it was. Like, we really didn't know what Tourette's was, but it's like, I started making noise and it was like, whatever to them. Like, it was like, nobody never asked me no questions, so. My aunt, honestly, I'm going to be really honest. She don't know this, but she didn't know when she see this video. I always kind of felt uncomfortable being around her when I tick. I just feel like she, like, get annoyed. Like, oh my God, like, it's crazy. For some reason, she never did that, but that's just the impression I get off of her. Like, I feel like if we in a car ticking, and if we in a car and I'm ticking, or if we just all around each other and I'm ticking and they really loud, it'd be like, oh, my old boy to her. So I always kind of felt uncomfortable ticking. Like, I used to try to hold my, like, I would try to hold my ticks in when I'm around her, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely would. That's so funny, because she don't know that. But when she sees this video, she will know. But anywho, now, my sister, my oldest sister, she never, from day one of me having Tourette's syndrome, my sister never accepted the fact that I had Tourette's syndrome. When I tell you, she would get so annoyed. Like, I used to be so sad. Like, to this day, she still cannot deal with it. Like, she's more better than what she used to be. But to this day, she still is, like, irritated by it. Like, and it was times where I ticked, and she'd stare at me and be, like, shaking her head, like. Then it was times where I cracked my neck, and she'd be like, that don't hurt? Like, You cracking your neck like that don't hurt. Like, calm down. Like, she'll say things like that. If it's nights where I wanted to sleep with her and stuff in her room, and I'll go like lay on her bed and stuff, and if I tick, she'll like not want me to sleep in her room. It was like one time I wanted to sleep in her room so bad. I crawled into her room and I was laying down on her rug, and like the lights is off and everything, and she just heard me ticking, and she got up. She got up and looked around. I was on the rug, and she went to go grab me to get me out her room, and she scratched me so bad on my face, like I was bleeding. And you know my mother went off. She got in big trouble. Like, my mom went off. Like, I had her cut, like, it was deep. It was, like, right here. You could kind of still see the black. If you could see that, it's like a black mark right here. I don't know if you could see it, but that's from when she, like, grabbed me, and, like, her nails, like, digged into my, like, because she went to go grab me, but the light was off, so she went to go grab me, so she, like, grabbed my face, and her nail, like, scratched me and stuff like that. So, like, she basically just used to always complain. Like, it could be, like, I'm chilling, making noises. She'll go, oh, boy. She'll get up and move, like, she'll get up and just escort herself out the room, the living room, whatever. Like, she'll go sit by, like, go by herself, or, like, just away from me and things like that. If she sleep, and it's like sometimes like for example, we all like go to like now, and we go to my mom's house, and we all end up spending at my mom's house, and like I'll sleep in the same room as her, or sleep on the same bed as her. And she sleep, but she hear me ticking, she'll go, oh boy, like she'll twist and turn in her sleep saying, oh boy, oh my god, like stuff like that. So like she really cannot, like, at all. It like annoys her like the heck out of her. Like, I don't know why, but it just does something to her body. Like, she just can't deal with it. Yeah, I used to be really sad. I used to cry. I used to get really emotional. I actually wrote a book. I won't say, like, not a book, but I actually wrote a story when I was in college. When I was actually living on campus. I'm still in college. When I was living on campus, they had like an agate for the campus that whoever wanted to share a story, it was like a writing contest. If you wanted to share a story, you could, submit your story to the English professors, and they would decide whose story goes inside the agate. And my story made it inside the agate. And the story is basically titled, I Have Tourette's, but Tourette's Doesn't Have Me. That's the title of my story. And it talks about, how basically I was diagnosed. It just basically speaks about that. It speaks about my name in the beginning of the story, and how ironic it is that my name is Symphony, and then I just make all these noises. And then it gets deeper into how my sister used to treat me, and how I used to get teased and things like that. So yeah, I wrote like a little mini story and put it in a school agate on campus. And it speaks about those type of things. And yeah, basically how I was diagnosed, how my sister is irritated by it, and how I got teased, and how it affected, me in school, how I fell asleep on the state test because I used to take medication for it, and I fell asleep on my state test. And the teacher that had Tourette's, he actually woke me up during the state test because I fell asleep, because I was so drugged up off of the medication and things like that. So yeah, like, it makes me sad to see and know that my own sister can't, like, get used to it, like, And it was one time where we was all watching TV. It was a time where we was watching TV one time and she didn't want to watch the TV. She didn't want to watch the TV with me in the living room, so she told me to go in the other room and watch it on the other TV. Yeah. That's how deep it gets, I'm telling you. That's how she used to be. We don't live together no more, so, it's like, I don't really be around her to tick as much, so it's like when I do tick, I'll be on the phone and I tick, like, she don't say nothing no more. But, she's still annoyed by it. I'm not going to say she's not annoyed by it no more, because she is. And that's just how it is. It's like, whatever, it is what it is. But it made me sad to know that my own sister couldn't, because like my friends, like all my friends that I ever had in my life and the friends that I have to this day, they is like so regular around me. Like it don't bother them because they don't get annoyed. And it hurted me to see that my friends is, accepting it and like being accepting of it if you're not like showing no annoyance by it, but my own sister can't. So, that makes me feel some type of way. But like I said, I had it for 13 years now and I'm used to her, reacting the way she reacts to it. Even though it still makes me sad, but I don't like show it. I try not to show that anymore because like it is what it is. And things like that. So, I'm hot. So yeah, that's, it affects my sister. My young sisters, they don't affect them. They young. They don't pay me no mind. I curse. They don't question me. They don't look at me. They just be in their own world because they know, like, they used to me. It's like once you get used to me, like, yeah, shika 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 bang bang. But I'm also my students. They like those are my babies. Oh my god, like they so used to me and like they love me so. I had my students tell me like, Miss S, I love you. And there's this one student where every time I tick, he'd come and give me a hug. And I was like, why are you giving me a hug? Like, and he's like, because like, like he'd just like want to hug me every time I tick. He'd hug me, and he go, Miss S, I love you, Miss S. I'd be like, oh my god. He'd like, Miss S, can I get a hug? All day. Can I get a hug? Give him a hug. Miss S, can I get another hug? It's like, they love me and they don't like look at me no type of way. It's like when they first like meet me and stuff like that, and when they first met me, yes, they was staring like, why you keep doing why you keep doing why you keep doing this, why you keep doing that, why you do that, why you said this, oh, you said a bad word. And they had mimicked me and stuff like that. But as time went on, like the school year and stuff like that, they accept me. They don't say nothing. They don't mimic me. They don't look at me. They don't like say, oh, Miss S, you curse, nothing at all. When I tell you, and I cannot make this up, like my kids, they like, oh my god, they're so used to me now. And it's so funny because one time I was going to work and I had these twins that was always late. And they was like inside of the cafeteria one time. So I was walking to the class, whatever. Before I got a chance to like go, because they would go and eat breakfast. So before I got a chance to get next to the cafeteria, because it was a time I was late to work one time, and they happened to be late that same morning. So they was in the cafeteria eating breakfast, and I'm walking to the classroom actually. But before I got to like the cafeteria, because it's like the cafeteria is like equipped from the classroom. So before I got like right there where you could see me in the cafeteria, I heard somebody like, I was ticking. I heard somebody like, good morning, Miss S. And then like, good morning, Miss Symphony. And I'm just like, who is that? Like, I knew who it was though afterwards because I know their voice. So I'm like, okay. I go by the cafeteria. I'm like, good morning, baby. I'm like, how you knew that was me? She was like, because I heard you. And I was like, well, you heard me ticking? She was like, yeah. I was like, yo, when I say that touched my heart, I was like, wow. Like, so speechless from that. Because it's like, wow. Like, you didn't even see me yet to know that was me. But you know, and you're used to me. And you know that, like, me ticking is my constant companion. Like, you know that's what Miss Symphony do. So when you hear that, you automatically know, oh, that's Miss S. So, like, that made me feel like, oh, my God. Like, my students really know me. Like, I just couldn't believe it. So it's like, people really get used to me. I'm telling you, like, even the young kids. It was one girl, too, before that I had as a student. She would look dead in my face and sit there and mimic me and tick. And I used to be like, do not do that. Do you want to get in trouble? Like, you're not supposed to do that. Because, like, when the class started, I explained. Like, I sat in front of the classroom and explained 2 times. Not once, but twice. That my syndrome. I explained it. Do you want to have any questions? And it's like, I know that they're young. I know that they don't really fully understand. But these kids are very smart. They're not dumb. And they know exactly what they be doing, honey. Trust me when I tell you. So, like, you know, she basically got in trouble. Her mom made her bring me flowers to work the next day. And I cried. It made me cry. I took the flowers. I went into another room where nobody was around, and I cried. That made me cry. Her mom made her bring me flowers. And she never mimicked me ever after that day. She never mimicked me again. But yeah, like, you know, everyone gets used to me, wants to get to know me. And it's like, you could be having a conversation with me, and I could be ticking throughout the whole entire conversation. And people, they still be going on with their conversation. They don't stop talking. They don't stop to wait for me to get my ticks out or nothing. They will talk and finish their conversation through and over that. Because they already know, like, you know, it's just something I cannot control. But yeah, anyways, that's how my family and friends, that's how they are towards the syndrome I have. And like I said, yeah, that's just what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, whew, I pray every day. I pray every day that my syndrome gets better and not worse, because it only gets better or worse. It never go away. But hey, like I said, regardless of what the outcome is, I'm going to continue to take my way through life, and I care what people think, and I care with how people look at me, and I care rather my sister could ever grow out of getting annoyed by it. I just don't care no more. It's like I'm at the point where I just want people with Tourette'S and any other disability or any other thing that they, you know, have not yet embraced. I just want y'all to know that this took a lot out of me to sit here and do this and sit here and be sharing my story and ticking in front of camera, like. But at the end of the day, guys, y'all with Tourette's syndrome, we are the bomb. Once again, never care what anyone say. Never care how people look at you. People look at you, you look right back and you smile. You laugh, you smile, and you let them know I have Tourette's syndrome. Do you know what that is? Oh, no? I can educate you, or you could go look it up yourself, matter of fact. Period. How about that? Go like and subscribe to my video. Bye.